Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh,
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is needed for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
As you can see in the title, we wanted to bring this to you before it got out into the public. Jose has died. A little bit about this. I got a message under one of my videos, and it talked about they needed to get in touch with me. Yes, many people self-medicate. I know Jose to do was drink, but that's really it. But that's not to say that, things didn't change. We just don't know. And, his family will see this. Yeah, and that's absolutely right, Tara. This could be completely natural causes. It could be his heart. It could be, stroke. It's just too early to speculate. But I wanted to be the one that put this out there, that this is the facts. Anything you hear, anything, 100%. If it literally doesn't come from us or Chris McDonough, it is not confirmed. 100%.
This is Houston. Say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem.
I will bring everything to you as it happens, as we know more.
Alright guys, let's take a look back. So this is the first time that Jose was on YouTube after Summer went missing, that we know of anyway. So this is Justin's live stream where he broke the news that he had found Jose. So we're going to take a short listen to that. This isn't a long video, so hang in there. We're going to get to the point here real soon. In this part, we're going to hear just how hard it was for Justin and ICU to find Jose. Now let me be clear, the point of this video is not to shame or blame anyone, it's for awareness.
He was a hard guy to get in touch with, to say the least. So ICU and I worked extremely diligently to find him, to make sure that he was safe.
Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan.
So ICU and I worked extremely diligently to find him, to make sure that he was safe, and to also we really wanted his take on this. That's something that we just said. I mean, usually if ICU and I want to find somebody, we can find them within, how soon can we find them ICU?
Oh, I mean, like within a few minutes, but no.
Yeah.
This has been constant research and digging from daylight from the time my eyes woke up in the morning until the time we went back to bed at night.
Now, we know Jose had been off the grid. Doesn't that tell you that maybe he didn't want to be found? Yet, here you two come along. You're probably telling him things like, "Oh, Summer needs you. She has nobody else." When in reality, you just needed content and you wanted to grow your channel. And we'll hear proof of that in a moment. Well, and in reality, Jose had already spoken to law enforcement. He truly did not need to come here. If you're unfamiliar with this story, what happens next is heartbreaking. Jose did not need to come onto YouTube. And when we reach out to people who have no idea what this platform can do to them and their real lives, well, we should really think again because it's heartbreaking. Do I think anyone could have predicted this? No, probably not. But we do know what happens to these families or to anyone who's dug up and brought onto this platform for the benefit of someone's content, for them to be able to cover a missing child and get all up in the drama and dig and dig and dig. And these are the type of things that can happen. The truth is, none of these people owe us anything. We are YouTubers. They owe it to law enforcement, and that's it.
Yes.
Continuous digging.
Yes.
And we finally did it.
I see you would look, and I always say she looked and I verified. You know what I mean? Like, Bonnie Price, thank you for the $9.99. I do ask other creators to not use it for 2 days. Just give me 48 hours, and then you guys can use it for whatever you want. I'm trying to grow my channel, just the way it is. We worked really, really, really hard on this. So if you guys do that after 48 hours, use it up. If it'll help the case, fantastic. Chef's kiss, use it up.
I don't know about you guys, but I have never heard of this 48-hour rule. You can't use my content for 48 hours. I'm a whiner. Well, Justin, it sure was interesting to hear and be reminded that you sure did build your channel off the back of Summer Wells. And no fucks given, right? Sure doesn't seem like it. And it sure is strange that you tagged Ryan Upchurch in this video. Yeah.
Shipped. Wow. Huh. I wonder what what his full name is. I know it's Jose Ramon.
It's actually Jose Roman, and I know a lot of us have been saying it wrong or had been saying it wrong. He does make the correction on an upcoming clip, so we'll hear that there. And I'm just showing this video just to show that people are just digging, digging, digging. Leave the man alone. Even in death, they are digging.
I was trying to, I need to, real quick, set it to subscribers only, but, it wouldn't pull up on a background site yet, but at all. His name is so common that, that's why it was such a process for anybody to find him.
These next few clips are from the interview room, and that's with Chris McDonough, and we're going to hear a little bit about what happened to Jose after he went online, after Justin and ICU dug him up and threw him onto YouTube. And again, we're not blaming anyone because nobody can predict what would have happened. We can't do that. And again, I'm not blaming. This is just kind of a lesson in stop digging people up. We know what people on here do to people. It's happening to that Bobby lady right now and her kids. Stop it. You're hurting people's real lives when you do this. And these people don't know what they're getting themselves into when they step onto this platform. They think they're going to get the word out about the missing person and that they can help in some way, when in reality, all they're doing is helping the content creator get richer. The content creator does not care about the person, clearly. And a lot of these subscribers, well, I'm sorry, there's a lot that are insane. Probably not you guys listening to me, of course, but there's a lot of insane people out there who go real life. I think we learned that in the last couple of weeks. Hell, over the last couple of years, We've learned that. Way too many of you are going real life, and you're hurting people's real lives. And these are the things that can happen. So hence, 101 reasons why you shouldn't insert yourself into a missing case, an active missing case. Stop it.
You asked me to come on, and once again, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Well, so without further ado, so let me just kind of set the playing field here tonight. In full transparency, Jose and I have been speaking for the last at least 2 or 3 days now, if not longer. I've done some vetting. I'm here to tell you that I have found no evidence of RSO or anything to that effect. I've reached out to a lot of people.
So just to get everyone up to speed here, unfortunately, after Jose was dug up and put onto YouTube, the people started digging even more, and they found someone with a similar name to Jose, and of course that person was an RSO, so everybody started calling Jose an RSO, and oh no, Jose's an RSO, and it went crazy. So Chris McDonough has now gotten him onto his live stream with Josh here, and I don't know, maybe it was under the guise of clearing his name. Well, they spent a few minutes doing that, and then it was on to Summerwell's content, as usual. As usual. We're not going to play much of that, but I do have a very important clip that you should listen to, because it's more about what happened to Jose after he came onto YouTube, after he was dug up.
And through our sources here at the Cold Case Foundation as well, we checked a lot of different data banks, a lot of different places. And it seems like initially there was, another individual with a similar name, but different middle name. Whoops. I just lost him. He just stepped off for a second. It appeared that there was lots and lots of information floating around this other guy. But that said, what are your thoughts, Josh? I know
that's just another thing about YouTube and public. Once things catch, people catch wind of something, whether it's true or not, just everything gets really going in the wrong direction sometimes, and unfortunate things happen. So, like you said, I did the same thing, the vetting, and came across the wrong middle name guy, and we're here to clear some of that up as well.
Yeah, so without further ado, we'll bring Jose up. Jose, ¿qué pasó, amigo?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm hanging in there.
So I left this part here so that we could see Jose, and just so you guys know, he ends up on the telephone because his internet is so bad and it can't support, I guess the bandwidth can't support the audio and video, so he ends up phoning in. So that's why you don't see him later on in the clip, just FYI.
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm hanging in there. Very stressed out.
Okay, so are you in a... Okay, are you going to be in a place, and I know you're going to maybe come in and out here, so what we want to do is kind of mitigate that as much as possible so that, we can have, a pretty straight up conversation here about Summer, about some of the information that's floating out there. And one of the things that, we kind of want to, just kind of do a baseline here, right? Just, who's Jose? And from there, we kind of want to dovetail it into what you remember. So I just kind of want to start at the end of when you left.
So as you guys can see, he's basically using him for Summerwell's content. Started off by clearing his name and basically just using him like everyone else. Although I am grateful that he used his larger platform to help clear Jose's name. Because this Jose Roman is not an RSO. Let's make that very clear.
Oh, and Chris, I wanted to say it's Jose Roman, not Ramon.
Okay, Roman. Got it. Thank you for correcting me.
Yes.
Well, now that that's cleared up, let's clear up a few more things that I think are important.
And the one thing I want people to stop hopefully, is, constantly just beating you, up in terms of the, the negative comments and stuff. It is what it is right now. But let's be patient and flush through all of this information. I mean, this, they had you as some other guy, out in the atmosphere, as an RSO, and you're not that guy. You're 100% not that guy. And now there may be other idiosyncrasies in relationship to your life. We don't know that. I don't know that. Okay. But the more we kind of hang around and kind of, work through this, okay, then, at this point, let's kind of figure out where you are. You have come forward. You did talk to the authorities early on.
So there it is again. Jose has already spoken to TBI. He's already spoken to law enforcement. They've got what they need from him. We here on YouTube, we don't need any of this information. It's not our business. And it certainly hasn't helped find Summer Wells. You people who dug him up and who exploited him, basically used him for any little tidbit of information you could get. A lot of it, which, I don't know, I don't think it all really made sense when it comes down to it. But yeah, greedy people, all wanting money, all thinking they deserve and need to know this information. It's wrong. Law enforcement does their jobs. Let them do it. Let them take care of it. It's not our business. You are potentially hurting cases, hurting people, and the point of this video specifically, you're hurting people's real lives. Now let's listen to Jose, in his own words, explain what happened after he was on YouTube.
You have come forward. You did talk to the authorities early on. You're still struggling. I mean, when you called me the other night and we talked for a little while, I could hear it in your voice. So
you can let your viewers know what I'm going through right now if they want to hear. You can hear. Because of all of what they said, everything that was put out there, for your viewers to listen. I lost my job because of this. Because of all the slandering that they've done, of accusing me of me being this RSO. I lost my employment. I no longer have a home. I'm homeless now. But does anybody care? No. You're just shredding my life apart. Like, if I'm the one who kidnapped Summer, like if I'm the one who were abusing all these people, and I'm just telling everyone what my experience was there. Depressed, down and out, hurting, regretful, but I'm not at that point that, I don't want to live anymore. No.
So now's a good time to share the 988 Crisis Lifeline. It's available 24/7. Please use it if you or anyone you know needs it. Also, I wanted to make it very clear that here on YouTube, while a lot of people are going around saying that Jose took his own life, and that just hasn't been told to us yet. We don't know that that's true. What we do know is that he was found deceased. So I don't think anyone on here knows for sure if that was intentional or accidental, and I just wanted to make that very clear. So yeah, I think that's important.
I told you before the show, when you first appeared on YouTube, I did a show the very next day and said, unfortunately, he has no idea what he just did.
Right.
Like I said, I knew that it was going to get bad for you. I didn't know how bad it would get for you, because the fact of the matter is, Jose, if you said that you have two left feet and you really do have two left feet and you can prove it, people will go, well, why does he have two left feet? He's just weird. Why would somebody make something like that up? It doesn't, what can be figured out through, consistent statements such as like the dogs, and there is a corner of the internet that doesn't care. They don't care. They want to make you the suspect. You weren't there when Summer went missing.
And that's so true what Josh here is saying. They dig these people up, or sometimes they contact you, and as a creator, I think it's your responsibility to let them know what can happen when you open yourself up to YouTube for the first time. And I would have hoped that Josh would have told Justin not to do it, but maybe he did. You bet your ass that the first thing I said when 6 Up told me that she was having Ellie, Fred's sister, on her panel was, I hope she knows what she's getting into. She's been around a while, so she's seen a lot. Whereas Jose, he was off grid. He claimed to not know anything, so he would have just been thrown in there with no idea. what the repercussions are. But yeah, that's the first thing I said was, are you sure? Does she know? Is it worth it?
And I wish I could have warned you at some point. I've warned others about YouTube. And just so you know, Jose, the internet is full of conspiracy theories when it comes to these kind of cases. People will throw anybody under the bus at any time with no regard for anybody else's life. So I do apologize that you have been thrown into this. Nobody asked, you didn't ask for this to happen. So
No, he definitely didn't ask for this. He was dug up, sought after. Let's listen to that part real quick.
He was a hard guy to get in touch with, to say the least. So ICU and I worked extremely diligently to find him, to make sure that he was safe.
Sure, Jan.
To also get, we really wanted his take on this. It's something that we just said, I mean, usually if ICU and I want to find somebody, we can find them within, how soon can we find them ICU?
Oh, I mean, like within a few minutes, but no.
Yeah.
This has been constant research and digging from daylight, from the time my eyes woke up in the morning until the time we went back to bed at night.
You armchair detectives need to stop. You're hurting people. You're helping to damage cases, active cases. This is not a cold case. Gotta stop.
No, I did it. But like you said, it is what it is. But all I can try to do is think what I've learned from my therapist and try to apply it to this situation, because it is a heavy toll on someone's mental state, and people don't think about that at all, because mental health is a serious thing. People don't, they don't think of it that way. They don't think of it as a sickness, but mental health it's very, very real. Very, very real.
Yeah.
And it affects average people, just like me.
It's heartbreaking. I truly hope that Jose is at peace now. So Justin had a live on March 13th where he talked about having spoken to Jose, and the very first time we heard from Jose was on March 14th, 2022, by the way. And the next time we hear from Jose is, I believe it was the next day again. Anyway, Justin did a few lives, and then by March 27th, we are on the interview room with Chris McDonough and Josh Diaz. And obviously things had gone to shit by then. Within just a couple of weeks, Jose was bullied online, lied about, called an RSO. He ends up losing his job and his home. And then that brings us to May 25th, 2022. Now I'm not sure what Jose's actual death date is. I haven't dug up on him, and I'm not going to do that. I'm sure it's out there on YouTube somewhere, but anyway, so by May 25th, we had Justin going live when he wanted to announce that Jose had passed. And don't forget, guys, if you don't hear it from me or Chris McDonough, it's 100% not factual. Justin. Again, I'm not here to shame anyone. It's not about that. It's about awareness. It's about what happens when people just come onto YouTube and start speaking, because any little word will be twisted. People who think they're detectives start digging into these people's real lives, and bad things can happen. And this is a clear example of that. This is for awareness, harm reduction, education, and I hope that people will think twice about coming on YouTube. Victims, victim family members, neighbors, basically anyone who's attached to a tragedy in any way. Don't come on YouTube. Don't go on TikTok. Talk to law enforcement. That's all you need to do. They're the only ones you owe anything to. Please stay off of here. And creators, have some responsibility. You know what happens to these people. You've been watching it for years now. Keep these people safe from the crazy people on YouTube. Again, I don't think anyone could have predicted this. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we've witnessed a lot of bad things happen to people who get thrown onto YouTube, whether they've asked to come on or whether someone has dug them up and asked them to come on. Anyway, I hope Jose is resting in peace somewhere and that all his pain is gone. He really did talk fondly about his children. He loved them very much, and I know he loved his whole family. Don't go away. I have a question for Justin coming right up, and then we'll get out of here. And I do have a question. Justin, I was just wondering, how come most of, if not all of, your Jose lives, how come they're all unlisted? That's the first one, and it's unlisted. And yeah, most of these are all unlisted. I know there's at least one that's not, and I believe it is... Which one is it? Wow, you sure used them a lot. I believe it's this one. Jose brought receipts from Rogersville to Rock Hill. But yeah, I was just curious why they're gone, Justin. They're unlisted. They're not gone. They're still there. We just can't see them. Well, I can see them. But yeah, it's interesting to me that you took them down, perhaps out of respect for Jose because he's no longer here, or for his family, or because, I don't know. I would just be speculating. So I am going to put these links in the description of the video because I did use them, so I feel like I should source them. Again, they are unlisted videos, most of them. Not the Chris McDonough one, but most of Justin's are unlisted. I hope he leaves them up. I don't know what to say if he doesn't, but I'm sure people have them. I would like to send my love to Jose's family, all his loved ones. I hope Jose is resting in peace somewhere beautiful. Take care, everyone.
Oh,